Andre Brown is just days away from being forced to return to prison.
We were in a similar position the last time I saw you.
The 11th hour.
To serve the remainder of a 40-year sentence for a crime he's always said he didn't commit.
Do you think you can survive 17 years in prison?
No, I don't. I think that leaving them out here on the first day is going to kill me.
Andre has already served 23 years for 2 counts of attempted murder in 1999. He married his wife Tamika while in prison and has a son and stepdaughter.
I'm not doing good. I don't sleep much. I try to save as much time as I can watching my wife sleep or going into my son's room, going into my daughter's room.
2 years ago, his conviction was vacated for ineffective assistance of counsel. Andre walked out of prison and began to rebuild his life. But that decision was recently overturned, and he was ordered back to prison. About 6 weeks ago, I sat with Andre and his family, a day before he was supposed to turn himself in. But hours later, they got the call.
God is amazing.
A temporary lifeline, the Bronx DA granting a temporary 30-day adjournment while New York Governor Kathy Hochul considered his application for clemency.
What we keep trying to tell them, this is a different case because you already know how he's going to do in society.
Now Andre's attorney, Oscar Michelin, says the clemency board is telling him they are not prepared to grant Andre clemency at this time, but the application is still under consideration.
The anxieties are high, the stress levels are very high. It's tumultuous in my home. There's no peace right now.
We asked the governor's office, and they said they do not comment on pending clemency applications. That means Andre must surrender this Friday, unless the Bronx DA agrees to another postponement. His attorney plans to file a motion to resentence Andre, arguing that he had ineffective counsel out sentencing.
It also doesn't go to Andre's innocence or guilt. This was a sentence that he wouldn't have gotten had he had a good lawyer at the time of sentence.
We reached out to the Bronx DA and asked them about delaying Andre's return to prison while they consider resentencing. The office responded, saying, quote, any comments will be made in court on the record. Michelin says the governor's clemency panel told him there was a, quote, strenuous objection from a victim's family. We reached out to the mother of one of the victims who didn't want to go on camera, but told us she still believes Andre is guilty and should go back to jail.
Victims' voices deserve to be heard, absolutely. But the point of a legal system is for that voice to be one of several factors that are considered in a decision to allow someone to return to society.
Rebecca Brown is an expert in the field of criminal justice reform and says someone convicted of attempted murder wouldn't get Andre's sentence now.
A 40-year sentence for a crime of this nature would be extremely uncommon today. And that's part of why it is just absolutely defies logic that we would be considering sending Andre back to prison. When we consider things like clemency or resentencing, we're supposed to think about the whole person and who the person is today.
Which is what we tried to do. Behind bars, Andre earned his paralegal certification. And since his release, he worked for a judge, is mentoring at-risk youth, and built a safe space for young men.
What type of guy is Andre?
Andre is very charismatic and a smiling guy. If you didn't know what he went through, you wouldn't be able to tell. In a very short amount of time, he was able to gather like the worst of the worst in New Rochelle and create a safe haven for us.
Have you changed since you started working with Andre?
100%.
Andre helped me a lot because I was actually getting kicked out of the program that I was in. He took his time out his day to like call me. He got me in the GED program. He helped me get a job, actually. He makes me want to change my life.
Andre even volunteered alongside a former Manhattan assistant DA, Charles King.
He's making a real difference in their lives. And sending him back to prison sends the completely wrong message to these gentlemen and gentlemen like them. He's shown what he will do and what he has done once he's out. So tell me what purpose is to be served by sending him back.
And what about Andre's daughter and son AJ, who's just 14 years old? Will he become another statistic?
What are you most worried about?
The statistic, the great looming anvil that goes over every black child's neck.
But even in these final days, Andre and his wife Tamika are holding out hope.
We're not going to leave him there to do this time by himself.
Hope that someone, somewhere, will decide that what Andre Brown has done with his freedom matters more than what he was accused of. Yasmin Vasugian, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.